Good morning, traders. It is Wednesday, November 6th. We're about 30 minutes into trading. We've got a market that's pretty lackluster so far today. Let's start there. We've got this double top right here, and we have a nice breakout through that resistance level. Last week we had a lot of earnings news. Mega cap tech stocks reported. In general, earnings reports are better than feared. We had the FOMC. Fed cut rates by a quarter point. That was largely baked in. They're not going to do anything the rest of the year. People were looking for a pullback on that news. Didn't happen. We also got a better than expected jobs report on Friday. So you can see here that this breakout at SPY 32 was tested once, reversed hard and closed on its high, tested twice, reversed and closed near its high. So anyone who was looking for a pullback on the FOMC, we certainly were hoping for one, didn't get it. So you had to step up to the plate and buy this breakout because that breakout was tested twice. So once this bullish formation, two bullish hammers showed up, the market gapped higher. Then it gapped higher again. Problem is the excitement is starting to wane, so we're seeing low volume. And there has not been a timeline set for the US/China truce. The negotiations are ongoing. All it will take is one negative news event to wipe out these gains and to flush bullish speculators out. So we're not getting overly aggressive here. Swing traders, we are long a half position in the SPY. Our primary thrust the last 3 weeks has been to sell bullish out of the money put spreads really from the time that we got above this 100-day moving average. All of this volatility that we saw over the last 3 months had us relatively passive. Selling those out of the money bullish put spreads allows us to distance ourselves from the action to take advantage of time decay. This kind of price action where we gap higher and sit is perfect for selling out of the money bullish put spreads. Now I wouldn't go loading up right now with this market move that we've had just recently. Prices are a little overextended. We've got stocks trading at a forward PE of 17. That's the upper end of the valuation range. Take a deep breath. Manage the profits in your bullish put spreads right now. I've got some that are going to expire Friday. The majority of my positions are going to expire a week from Friday on November 15th. Monday, November 11th, is a banking holiday. It will be a very, very quiet day. Mondays have tended to be very quiet anyway. I'm looking for a pretty easy path into next Monday with really quiet trading. That's great for premium selling strategies. Now, I do want to show you something that you can do. If you're short premium, you want to be watching option implied volatilities. This is the VXX. Click GTC in Option Stalker and drop an alert line. You don't want this alert line to be violated. So we're just going to select 2 points. We're going to get this downtrend line working. If the VIX spikes, it might signal that there's a little bit of a problem, or that asset managers are starting to buy option premium, put premium specifically to protect their positions and to protect their gains. We just need to be aware of it. It might also mean that there is a news event that might be forthcoming. But the VIX and the VXX are near the lows of the year right now. They're on the lows of the year. So very, very stable market condition, very low volatility. Tough day trading conditions, so we got to find stocks that have good volume. I've already gone through and done some of those searches, so before I get to them, I'd like to mention that everything that you see today is available on Option Stalker. Go to www.oneoption.com. If you're an active trader, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to post these videos an hour after the open every day. I promise you, I'm going to have lots of actionable trades just like the ones today. So you'll be notified right away if you subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please leave your comments. I'll try and reply to as many of them as I possibly can. And also give the video a thumbs up if you like the content. Our picks have done really well. I'm going to show you the stocks that I'm going to be focusing on, but as the day unfolds, I'm going to be continuing to look for relative strength. That's what we trade. Heavy volume, relative strength, those are the keys right now. So let's see what we've got. CVS is a position that I took early this morning. We had earnings. It came up on a heavy buying search and also an after earnings search. Let's go right to that. These are your earnings plays. DVN, let's take a look at that one real quick. Got to get through the 100-day, not interested in it right now. But if it can get through that 100-day, I would be interested in it. So I'm just going to drop an alert. I'm going to find a point that's pretty close to that 100-day, and I'm going to drop it. I should have dropped that on a GTC basis, so I'm going to go in and do that. And we'll drop it on a GTC basis as well. So those are after earnings announcements. Let's go into heavy buying and see what's moving. I like BABA. Look at this breakout here to a new relative high. Let's go into the 5-minute chart. BABA certainly makes the list. In fact, I'm long a position in BABA right now. As the stock starts to move higher, I'm going to draw an upward sloping trend line. I don't have that available to me right now because it's too steep and I'll get stopped out right away. So I'll drop a horizontal support line right here so that I'll get an alert if the stock starts to pull back. CVS I mentioned, I'm interested in it. This is one that I did set an alert line on. I set it right like that and I got the alert right here. I took profits on it. Kind of wish I were still in the position, but we're seeing some long tails above body, so looks like the stock is going to hit a little bit of resistance. McDonald's, I like it. I would buy McDonald's right here, right now. The CEO resigned, had this big drop on the news. He's been good for the company, but had some issues. So you can read more about that. The stock is bouncing. They'll have a new person in charge, and the gap was filled in. This looks like a capitulation low to me. Big, sharp V bottom, big, sharp rally back, extreme volume. I like it. I think McDonald's is a really good long to have today. Starbucks bouncing off the 200-day moving average. Got a bullish hammer right here. Nice follow through. May be good for the day. Looking pretty constructive so far today. So not bad price action through the high from the prior day. I like it. DVN after earnings, we'd mentioned that one, needs to get above a major moving average. Just taking a look for big volume spikes here. WFC, Wells Fargo, really starting to climb. Bank stocks have done real well. Cyclicals have done very well. Chinese stocks are also doing very well. So that's our heavy buying search. Found a couple of nice picks in there. Roku coming up on earnings after the close. That's what the A means on the last bar. B would mean before the open. And we're just taking a look. So Weight Watchers comes down, bounces off the 100-day moving average. I believe this is typically a pretty good time of year for them. I don't like getting in the way of this and trying to play a bounce when the stock has fallen that much. In fact, I'll be waiting for this move to run its course, then I'll start drawing my upward sloping trend line, waiting for it to be breached, looking for that reversal. I think this will set up as a better short than a long. So that's how I'm going to play it. I'll set one alert here right now on the low of that bar, but I will be revisiting this as a possible short. Market's really not doing a whole lot of anything right now. Relative strength, looking at the big drop in here, may fill in the gap. A lot of weakness there. It's already trying to bounce right now, so that might be a stock to watch. We can drop an alert line right there. The prior day's high. See if it can get through that. No interest there. So we're seeing a little relative strength out of some of the stocks that have really been pounded recently. I'd prefer to see stocks that are making a new high. There's a bullish engulfing pattern starting to form on Lyft, but again, very, very weak stock. So I'm just going through and I'm taking a look for anything that's got relative strength that might gain some traction here today. Pop Bull is a really good swing search that we use. COTY came out before the open. Super strong here. Can't get behind that move. It's run way too far. But what I can do is I can set an alert on one of these bars and hope that it pulls back. If it does, then I start drawing my upward or my downward sloping trend line, looking for that breakout to the upside so that I can join that move. But yes, very far ahead of itself. MBI, I have that flagged as a stock that I like. Look at this nice breakout on big volume. Any pullback on this stock will be a good entry point. So yes, I'll be watching this. This might even be a good entry point here. We'll put an alert. Just want to know if it pulls back a little bit more right now. That's all I'm doing. The first part of my day when the market's like this, I'm just trying to set some alerts, trying to get some good stocks, and I will be alerted as soon as those entry points are established. Cisco. See what's going on with Cisco. Cisco, we've got this little downtrend right in here that you can see, and the stock is trying to poke through that. It's got a little bit of upward momentum after really being negative for quite a while. Not crazy about it, so I'm going to continue to look. Strong after earnings is a really good search to use. What we need to do is we need to sort this because there's so many candidates. Sort it by net change and look for what's at the top of the list. So right now we've got ZBH up there. We've got CI. Still struggling to get through major resistance on these. I like this. That's what we're looking for. Xerox, that makes the list. XRX. Take a look at the 5-minute. There we go, finding support right here, right on that trend line here, forming a wedge. So now you definitely want to see a breakout here. So you drop your alert there, drop your alert there on that bar. We're going to get a breakout on that right away. So we're going to go back and sort again. So yes, we found Xerox that way, CTXS. All right, so I'm just going to give you all the bullish and bearish stocks that I like. This is the process that I go through. I use a number of different searches to do that. One thing that's been very effective for us during the day is using heavy volume. Now I've got it marked right now on a daily basis, meaning that so far the elapsed time that we have in this trading day, we evaluate every stock and we compare it to its 20-day moving average for the volume that has elapsed so far to this point today. So this shows us heavy volume stocks. So I'm going to click search. I'm looking for stocks that are above the prior day high as well. The market's been flat. Look at this list. We know we like the first two right out of the gate. This is a fantastic search to use. I've dissected every 5-minute period for every day for the last 20 days for every stock. So I know on a 5-minute basis if there's a stock. There goes Xerox. We thought that stock was going to break out. I like Xerox. So I just want to get back to this for one moment. So we'll be looking for heavy volume, and now we can look for it on a 15-minute basis, and that's what you do during the day is you look for these volume spikes intraday. These will be your best candidates. Juniper. Still got to get through that 200-day moving average, but let's see what it's doing. Yeah, that's a nice breakout so far to a new high. Look at that good volume. Yes, this is a stock that you'd want to buy and get long. That's how we do it. If you've got a lot of candidates coming up with this, then you can also go in and you can mark bullish trade signal on a 5-minute basis, strength versus SPY on a 5-minute basis. Run that search. There are your candidates. There's CVS again. We don't have 50 stocks to look at. We have 3 stocks to look at. That's what we're trying to do. The more boxes we mark, the higher our probability of success. Another really nice search that I like using right now in this flat market, heavy volume. Show me a stock that's got really bullish ADX. It's trending strong right now. Again, there are your searches. But a lot of times you'll find different stocks that come up in this search. So I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to just recap the stocks that I like. Those of you that are watching this on your mobile phone on YouTube, write these symbols down. CVS. I like it. McDonald's. MCD. Really like that one. CYBR. It's an earnings play. Big gap after the open. Didn't cover this one. Let's take a quick look. It's through the 100 and 200-day moving average. MTCH is one of the shorts I was looking at, and it has breached an alert line that I drew. We're going to take a look at that in a second. So I like CYBR as long as it can hold these major moving averages. MBI, really nice. TSLA, I didn't mention that, but I do like Tesla. Doesn't have a lot of momentum right now. Might be one to keep an eye on. HTZ, Hertz. Love that breakout above the 200-day moving average. You've got your earnings right there. Stock looks good. It wants to go. Draw your downtrend line. Wait for that breakout. Xerox, XRX. Really nice. I like it. The stock looks like it wants to go. BABA, BABA. like this stock as well. Those are your longs for today. Now your shorts, I like SYK. Let's take a look at that daily chart. As long as it can stay below that 200-day moving average, I like it. MTCH just gave me an alert on the downside. I set my alert, and there you go. That's a good short right here, right now. I would have been shorting that already right up in this level when I got that alert. KAR, another good short. Alert breached right there, continuing to go down, making a new low for the day. Take a look at the daily chart. Down below the 200-day moving average, earnings after the close yesterday. Took me about 10 minutes to find all these, and then I started recording. AAN, there's another great short below that 100-day moving average. There's your earnings 2 days ago. Huge gap down yesterday, follow through today through that major moving average. Final one, SHAK. Big drop yesterday below the 200-day. Look at that selling, continuing to get momentum on the downside. I like that short as well. Again, please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you're an active trader. I'm going to be posting these videos every morning, an hour after the open. I'll get it posted as soon as I can. Option Stalker is what you need to find these stocks. It goes through and we run these searches. It takes minutes to find the best candidates. Then you can jump right on them. If they still need a little time to set up, draw those alert lines. The diagonal alert lines are fantastic for getting your entry points. Then once you're in the trade, you draw the line. If you're bullish, you draw an upward sloping line under the stock, and that is what you use to manage the trade. It removes emotion from the trade and allows you to keep looking for new stocks. Focus on heavy volume spikes today. The stock is going to have to do it all on its own. Thank you. Trade well. See you tomorrow.